Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about topic the inspect and adopt in a sprint retrospective session. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management, Scrum framework, and software development. So let's start, friend. First of all, we have to understand, friend, that what is sprint retrospective actually. Friend, a sprint retrospective is basically a session or meeting in the Scrum framework. Scrum framework is a concept of the project management for a software based projects, in which we divide the work into multiple chunks, and with each chunk we deliver the work to the customer. Normally that chunk is called as a sprint. A sprint is a 3 to 4 week time period in which the Scrum development team basically plan, develop, test, and deploy the things. And at the end of the each sprint, we have a sprint review session in which the team demonstrated the work which has been completed, and after the sprint review meeting we have a sprint retrospective session. In the sprint retrospective session, the scrum master, product owner, scrum development team, they participated, and they basically see that how the thing goes well, how the thing how the thing proceed, and what was the output for the practices currently going on. It also try to identify the things which goes well and the things which needs improvement. So in the context of the sprint retrospective, the inspect and adopt concept is applied to the team's performance and processes followed during the previous sprint as well. So here, friend, basically inspect and adopt means first we inspect that things, how the things goes, and adopt means that changes, what changes are required for the next sprint. So inspection means of the current sprint which was completed, and adaptation means for the next sprint which is coming actually. So first thing is the inspect. That means reviewing the sprint means the team review the events, interactions, and outcomes of the previous sprint which has already been completed, and this includes that what went well, what went wrong, and what are the challenges, impediments, showstoppers are there due to which issues occur. So basically it is a, you can say, a postmortem session of the sprint. Then data and metrics means gather data and metrics related to team's velocity. Velocity is basically a concept in which we basically say the average user story points which have been completed in a sprint. Story points is, just think of this as the stories, number of story points which have been completed. Then burn down chart says that how much work completed remaining in the sprint, and other relevant performance indicators, analyzing the data to gain insights on the team's productivity and effectiveness during this sprint. Okay, so basically whatever you are reviewing, it is based on some concrete facts, some like documented facts there. The best is the velocity, and the burn down chart is a very important document. It shows the performance, that for example in the sprint 1 we have completed 10 story points, however in the sprint 2 we have completed only 5 velocity 5 points, story points. So that means in the sprint 2 the performance was decreased. What was the reason about it as well? Then friend, here then next is the feedback collection. Friend, collecting feedback from team members regarding their experiences, collaboration, and any issues faced. What was the like what people were saying? What was the people feedback? People means stakeholder basically, who has the stake in a project, and encourage open and honest communication to understand different perspective here as well. Here, friend, remember that open and honest communication is very important, and everyone feels that comfortable and openly discuss about the issues. Identifying patterns means identify the patterns and recurring themes in the team's performance and interactions, recognizing both positive and the areas that needs improvement. Here, positive things, friends, should be continued in the upcoming sprint, and the negative things should not be discontinued. And the areas whichever has been identified for improvement, it should be have some actionable items as well. Then adopt means that, friend, once you have completed the inspection, okay, now you can adopt. Adopt means the changes which you can do as per your processes, as per your scenario. Generating insights means that based on the inspection, team generate insights into the work which has been completed and could be improved, considering both success and challenges to inform the adaptation process here as well. Then actionable items means define specific and actionable items that the team can implement to address identified areas for improvement, ensuring that proposed changes are realistic and achievable in the upcoming sprint here as well. Here remember friend one thing, that in the changes whichever you are saying, whichever you are discussing, it should be realistic. Realistic means that based on the team's capability, team's capacity, the action items should have to be identified. Like it should not be any unrealistic things, should not be have the actionable items. Planning for change means that creating a plan for incorporating the suggested action adaptations into the team's process, like setting goals and objectives for improvement in the next sprint here as well. So whatever the change is coming, it should have a plan. Okay, obviously change should not be implemented immediately, or you can say suddenly a change should not come, because if you suddenly change the things, it will become a surprise for the team member, and obviously it will have a negative impact on the team. So there should be a proper appropriate plan for the change. Then experimentation and innovation means that the mindset of experimentation and innovation should be encouraged. Like people try to try new approaches, techniques, software tools to enhance the team's performance. It is better to try new things. Iterative improvement means that the improvement should be ongoing and on a iterative basis, that one by one, embracing a culture of continuous learning and evolution. Feedback loop closure means closing the feedback loop by actively implementing changes in the upcoming sprint, monitoring the impact of adaptations, and collecting feedback to ensure effectiveness here as well. Here friend, once you have all the feedback loop is there, so monitoring that what you have changes, what is the impact of those changes. Then team empowerment means empowering team members to take ownership of the adaptation process. They should feel that this is the change which has been done for them as well, encouraging a sense of responsibility for the team's improvement and success. So the inspect and adopt cycle in the sprint retrospective ensure that the team is constantly learning from its experience and making adjustments to optimize its performance. It aligns with agile values by valuing individuals' interactions, responding to change, and fostering a collaborative and adaptive environment. The continuous improvement driven by the inspect and adopt cycle contributes to the overall success of the agile development process.